Why the hell do you or anybody care who the hell I spend my time with? That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business.
Well, I'm telling you, you have shit in your teeth.
Superman is in the building.
I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey,
guys, so here we go. We're gonna go right into the documents. We're gonna go right into the legalities of everything that's been happening with this Dwight Howard case. I'm gonna throw it over to Phyllis. Phyllis, what you got for us, man? Can you explain it to us?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and read the court complaint, the court documents that was released. I got this from X, aka Twix, so don't get mad at me if some of this shit ain't right. So, all right. Harper said he reached out to Howard with a direct message on Instagram. So Harper is the complainant. He said he sent
his name is Kitty, right?
I don't know. I'm calling him Harper.
Okay,
I'm gonna just call him Harper. He said he sent his phone number, which Howard texted after he received it. In the lawsuit, he said Howard told him he was freaky. Howard said he did exchange texts, several of which included sexual explicit content such as photographs and videos. So Howard said this. Howard said he did that. He actually did talk to Harper and sent him photos and videos. In his complaint, Harper said Howard wanted a threesome with Kitty, but he refused. I guess Kitty was the one that dressed up like a woman. He said Kitty started performing oral sex on Howard. Harper said he was uncomfortable and did not want to participate. He said Howard tried to touch his thigh and stroked his through his underwear.
We got you.
Harper said that he asked Howard to please stop. Instead of listening, he claimed Howard told him he was going to do whatever and he was going to like it. Harper was in fear of bodily harm. He was pinned down and forced to remain in place while the defendant continued to sexually assault him. So, with that being said, with that being presented, big homie Wayne, what is your thoughts about this whatever's going on?
Ordeal. Let's call it that. What I think about it is that last comment you said that he said, if he said that, sounds like automatic guilt to me. That sounds like I remember when CeeLo Green got through his little altercation a few years ago, and he said something off the wall like, "Oh, well, if you go to the room with somebody, that pretty much means consent right there." And we're like, "Nah, CeeLo, that's not it." But I'm gonna go back to what you were saying before. You were saying that Dwight Howard, brought Kitty out with the other person and everything. I don't know, bro. If I were a part of that community, that sounds like a good time to me. You know what I mean? It sounds like he was, Look, here's my thing. I'll say it like this, okay? Everybody is a freak until a real freak shows up. And Dwight Howard showed his freaky side, and he wanted to invite other freaks with him. And I don't know. I think Dwight Howard's way of thinking was like, if you're in this with me, you're probably just as freaky as me. So you probably would want to have another person dressed as a woman named Kitty, And he probably thought like the other guy probably wouldn't have batted an eye at it. So it was probably a weird response to Dwight Howard. I brought this guy along. I'm Dwight Howard. I'm in the NBA. I got millies, and you say no to this? You're like, come on, man. This is all the fun. I'm thinking that's probably what Dwight's way of thinking is. And so he does this thing. He puts his hand on his thigh. He starts getting into it, and I don't know. I just honestly believe that I don't think Dwight Howard. It's gonna sound weird, right? So please, disclaimer if you want. I don't think Dwight Howard meant any harm. I just felt like he wanted to do something extra. He thought the other person was gonna accept the extra along with it. He didn't think it was gonna get this far. And one thing that he has to realize, that you and I have to realize, is once you make it, you can't do things like that anymore. Because if it was just like a regular guy, if it was Dwight Howard, the garbage man, Dwight Howard, works at Publix, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But seeing as how you're Dwight Howard, you play for the Lakers, you play for the NBA. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get as much out of this as I possibly can. I know the situation that I'm in. So was the guy uncomfortable? I don't know for sure. Did Dwight mean any harm? I don't believe so. But also you're Dwight Howard, so shit like this is gonna happen. And that's exactly why Dwight Howard doesn't play in in Atlanta anymore, man. He got into enough shit and he had to leave out. I always remember this. You know, one time my barber told me, this was a couple years ago, one time my barber told me, like, yo, it's crazy out here in Atlanta, man. Like, he shouldn't have come out here. And I'm like, but then, man, what about Miami? What about here and there? He's like, it's just something about Atlanta, bro. It's something about the nightlife in Atlanta, and it's just different. And once you you kind of sink your teeth into it, it's just like a different beast. And I think that Dwight Howard got into that beast. You know what I mean, man?